Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. There is no turning back now. Uh, our next review from my collection is going to be one of my favorite pieces, and if it's not my favorite piece out of my Batman collection, but that's probably the another piece from the DC Direct's Black and White series, the McFarlane 100th issue or the 100th statue from DC Direct, which I already reviewed. You can watch it here on my channel. However, this statue I'm going to review today is from my favorite Batman illustrator, if not my favorite comic artist of all time, Mr. Norm Breyfogle. And I very much hope so I don't have to introduce him to you guys. And if you're Batman fans and similar age to me, there is a big chance that you grew up with his Batman. Breyfogle was an incredibly prolific artist. He drew Batman for close to 10 years with his frequent collaborator and writing partner, Alan Grant. And I'm absolutely sure that a lot of people will argue with me or correct me on that, but I think they were the best Batman stories ever. They always had a moral to the story. You always could learn a lot from the stories. They were very dark, they were super gothic, and Breyfogle's art made a huge impression on me when I was a child, and later on in the following years as well. It's very interesting because I remember the first time I encountered with Breyfogle's art, I called him the guy who drew Batman unrealistically. I was a very small child and obviously didn't know the artist's name, so you had to like categorize your artists. And it's so interesting because the very first time, as I told you, I encountered with it, I felt a little bit of a disdain, like I just didn't, I wasn't on the same page, no pun intended, and I didn't like appreciate his art. But it took me only a couple of hours, and I'm not joking, a couple of hours to warm to his art. And the more I read, obviously, Alan Grant strips and stories that were illustrated by Breyfogle, I really, shall we say, caught up with it. And to this very day, when I'm reading Breyfogle, stories that were illustrated by Breyfogle, it blows me away. His sense of anatomy, the way he creates these extremely dynamic panels, so much energy, so much flow, and his sense of creating a composition. I mean, there are panels in his books that if anyone else drew them, they would be like so overcrowded. But with Breyfogle at the helm, there is harmony and so much movement, so much detail, and I love. And I'm just gonna say this much, guys, because I already talked too much. That when he, for example, has a fight with someone, he did these weird tricks that he elongated certain limbs. You know, when, for example, Batman was kicking, his leg was like really long and his arm was like really long. And bloody hell, I just love his art so much. And now that DC Direct is owned by McFarlane Toys, I'm kind of hoping that they're gonna do a reissue of this statue. As I later on will tell you, I love this statue, but it's far from perfect. It's a little bit sloppy here and there. I just really not certain that that's ever going to happen, knowing McFarlane and how close they are with the Cape thing. McFarlane and Breyfogle, they doing this Cape thing, and I know McFarlane might not want to do that statue because he will be like, no, it's my thing, the Cape thing, and well, we know McFarlane, so let's just fingers crossed that they're going to do a reissue of this statue, because I'm hoping that the quality of these statues and figures will greatly improve with the McFarlane toys factories. Anyway, uh, let's move a little bit closer to this. I just want to show you guys the details here. It's needless to say, a beautiful, beautiful statue, and as per Breyfogle's best work, radiates energy, dynamism, and I mean, look at this. Like, it's from just every angle. The sculpt is absolutely magnificent, and once again, I'm going to be a complete idiot by not mentioning the name of the sculptor. Unfortunately, I don't remember, and I don't have the box up here. I have it down in the shed. But this, to me, is a dream coming true. To have this statue, I have this Batman issue both on Hungarian and in English. The original issue, uh, because this was a cover for an Alan Grant story. Look at this, beautiful. I don't know if you guys noticed it. Let me just show you that there is like texture here on the cape as well. It's really wonderful, wonderful stuff. I love these like sharp lines in the anatomy, and I very much appreciate the crude, looser nature of the sculpt in some places. And I mean, look at these ties. It's wonderful. I mean, Batman, a grasshopper. Uh, it's just it's very Breyfogle, and it, God, it looks so beautiful. And this is it. This is it. I love this Batman, this lean Batman that you really can believe. This like Bruce Lee type of very fast, agile, and ninja-like Batman that don't cross this guy's path because he will put you down. Beautiful portrait. So these are the things I wanted to talk to you about. So while I love the piece and everything, it's quite sloppy as long as painting goes. Here and there are blotches, but it's expected from DC Direct, especially from this era when this came out. I don't think that's ruining the statue. There is, for example, over here there is like you see there, guys. There is a gap of the panels as they put together the hand. It's not, nobody can see that, and it's not really bothering me at all. Just wanted to let you know, guys, that there were some production issues and it's far from perfect. But I mean, Jesus Christ, when this came out was like 80-90 pounds. The price was now it's fetching quite a lot of money, in fact, because it's sold out for so long, and obviously everyone wants it now. That's why it would be great if McFarlane did a reissue. I would be super happy, or if even like a 12 inches version, I would die for one of those. Or any other company, please do a Breyfogle statue, like a proper one. I'm dying for it, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I have the collected volumes from DC and other Breyfogles over there as well. He was and he's my favorite. And before this review is over, I just want to say that it's very unfortunate how he passed away, because I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but he is not with us anymore. He passed away, if I remember, in 2016 or 18. I'm so sorry, I don't remember now exactly. He had a stroke back in 2014 that paralyzed his left side, and he was left handed, so he wasn't able to draw anymore. And in 2016 or 18, he got another either seizure or like heart failure took him, and that was a very sad day for me. I was actually talking to him on Facebook, on Messenger. We talked quite a lot, and I told him many times how much his work meant to me. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here with me today again. And yeah, this is Batman by Norm Breyfogle. I think one of the greatest Batman statues ever produced. I mean, just look at this silhouette. Bye now, and see you soon, guys.